Hey, good morning. This is Noel, and thank you for watching. Today I have a very important message for you guys. Now, listen, if there was one thing that I could change about, I think most Malaysians, and I think it's a very Asian thing, is this habit of drinking our 3-in-1 coffee. I think it's come to a point where we are so busy, we just want super convenience. So we buy 3-in-1 coffees and we have that thinking that that coffee is going to give us our coffee fix. Now, the 3-in-1 coffee, which has 3-in-1 basically means it has your coffee, it has your milk, and it has your sugar. But chances are high, it has way more sugar than anything else, and it has milk which is not milk. I'll get to that shortly. And there's a bit of coffee, and God knows what coffee that is inside in the first place. So you think you're getting your healthy caffeine boost in the morning, but actual fact, all you're doing is you're damaging your metabolism, you're damaging your heart. And I'm going to tell you why, alright? So I actually went down to the 7-Eleven downstairs just a while ago, and I wanted to watch what people would normally buy. And we have a lot of office people coming in to this area, to the 7-Eleven, and a whole bunch of them were reaching out for this. Okay, so let me show you this. This is super easy because number one is if you're a person that's on the go, you don't even need a cup. All you need is the hot water that they provide. And we buy something like this and we think we're starting our day right because we read somewhere that coffee is good, it's a great way to start to keep you alert. But this does a complete reverse. Okay, but let's look at this a little closer. Okay, it says Ipoh 3-in-1 Ipoh white coffee. It's the original, right? So it's not the fake one. And look, health claim. So if I look at this, I'm going to think, oh, how nice. It has rock sugar and not normal white sugar. And it says no added artificial coffee flavoring. So if I'm someone who's just, I want to be healthy, I'm going to look for this, and I think that, wow, this is locally Malaysian made. It's, it's not the processed stuff. It's the Ipoh white coffee, and it's original. So it has to be good for me, and it's halal, so it's all good for me. It's made in Malaysia, but here's the thing, guys. Number one, look at the calorie count. This is almost 200 calories. Look at that. Right? 200 calories. Come on, coffee shouldn't be that much. Coffee should be almost zero, assuming you don't load it up with milk and sugar. And let's look at how much fat there is. It's interesting, they're honest enough to list the fat first. 7 grams of fat in there. Out of it, 7 of it is saturated fat. And look at this, they're honest enough to say that it contains trans fat. Now here's the thing, this is why this is killing you. It actually contains trans fat, and I have a big respect for this brand because they're bold enough to admit and to tell you that there's trans fat. Now, what's the problem with trans fat? Get to that shortly, and look at the amount of carbs, which all comes from that sugar, the so-called rock sugar, which is going to be good for you. But listen, sugar is sugar, and a miserable amount of protein. You'd get way more if you poured your own milk in it. Okay, now let's get to the ingredients. Look at that. Ingredient number 1, non-dairy creamer. So it's not even milk, in case you're wondering. So here you are thinking that you're getting natural rock sugar, but even the milk is fake. Because it's not milk, it's glucose syrup, palm kernel oil, sodium caseinate, stabilizers, E340. Look, we're eating numbers now. Emulsifiers, more numbers, anti-caking agent. That's your milk. Alright, and then you got sugar, our all world famous rock sugar, and a little instant white coffee. That's really it. That's what we're eating. That's what you're drinking. So here's the thing. Why is this killing you? It's because it has trans fat. And of course it has sugar. That's killing you in a whole different way. But trans fat, did you know trans fat is the reason why people are so against the whole fast food industry? Because they're frying and refrying foods in trans fat. Trans fat is a super cheap fat. It's super stable. It has a really long shelf life. So the restaurants and fast food joints love it because they can reuse it and go again and again and again and refry and refry and refry with the same oil. And that's trans fat. And we are eating it voluntarily. And why is trans fat a big deal? Because trans fat is the only fat that has actually been proven to deposit on your arteries. It's proven to damage your heart. It's proven. The rest of it is, people say, oh, saturated fat is bad for you, but it's debatable. Olive oil is good fat. At the end of the day, it's all fat. But you know how they say olive oil is good for the heart? Well, this trans fat is the enemy of olive oil or the healthy omega oils. So in case you think, and this is 0.2 grams, I'm sure there are other options out there who may have more. And although they don't list it as trans fat being there, it doesn't mean it's not there. They could just lump it all together in fat. So listen, so what's the option now? All you really need to do is, if you want your coffee, take a little bit of time, get some real instant coffee powder, or if you're like me, I love my Nespresso machine and I'm doing these coffee capsules. You pop a little capsule in the machine and it's real coffee, and then you just add some milk and then some stevia or a little bit of sugar, and it's fine. You make it yourself. There's no chemicals, there's no numbers that you have to eat and drink, and it's just none of that crap. Okay, even going into a Starbucks and just ordering a black an Americano with maybe half a pump of sugar, if you really can't stand the taste of coffee without sugar. Otherwise, that's fine because it's real coffee. But these 3-in-1s, we like to demonize Starbucks. But trust me, this can be worse for you, depending on what you order in Starbucks. But this really can be worse for you. And I'm not just referring to this brand, guys. I'm referring to every brand out there that has a 3-in-1. It could even be a non-coffee drink. It can be a chocolate-based drink or a tea, powdered tea kind of a drink. If it's 3-in-1, if there's some sort of a creamer in there, because milk never really keeps for that long. If they manage to somehow magically put milk in here and it has a shelf life of 3 years, guess what? It's going to kill you. So kill is the word, because it really will kill you. And here's the thing, when I saw this girl just now walk up to 7-Eleven and pick one of these up, I found something else she picked. And you can't call me a stalker, but this is something else. Look at this. How do people eat these kind of things? Fresh to go, fresh. I don't know what is fresh about this, because it doesn't look fresh to me. Nothing grows from the tree like this. It cannot be fresh. Don't be deceived with these words. So they try to tell you that the factory is HACCP certified. So we look at the word fresh, we look at the certification from the food plant, and we think that therefore it has to be good for us. We look at the halal thing, so it's clean, and we think that it's good for us. But guys, come on, look at this. What is this? And look, when does it expire? 11 June. So that means this can sit there for 3 to 4 days and not go bad. That's scary. Okay? And let's look. Come on, pizza bun. There's a little bit more calories than that coffee. Okay, but look, they don't have it in English, but again, look at this. So this is wheat flour, you have water, you have sugar, you have vegetable fat, palm oil fat, margarine. Look at margarine. Margarine, by the way, guys, is trans fat. Because if a fat is solid and stable at room temperature, which margarine is, it's trans fat. Alright? So, what else do we have? Soy oil, and look, more numbers. E471, salt, antioxidants, E306, E2366. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't like to eat numbers. And look at this: calcium, propionate, guar gum, and it happens to have sausage ayam, and I just don't know how much chicken there is in that sausage. Right? Sausage isn't meat, guys. It's just crap. Chili sauce and mayonnaise. And if you're eating this, and listen, this is the typical go-to Malaysian food. The Malaysian workforce always on the go, busy, no time to sleep, so busy, wake up in the morning, rushing to the train station, you get on the LRT, MRT, right? And you're late for work, you stop by the 7-Eleven, load up on what you think is good for you, but it's killing you. And 20 years down the road, you're 40, 50 years old, the doctor tells you cannot renew your insurance because you're diabetic. Your insurance company tells you that you can't renew your insurance because you're diabetic, you got heart disease, you go for a checkup, and you're wondering what went wrong. It's this. Every single day for the rest of your life, this will kill you. There we go. Hope that wasn't a bit too intense, but it's the truth. I see so many people drinking this, eating it in our coaching programs as well. I spend so much time telling people, stop drinking this, find a better option. So I don't really mean stop, I mean swap and find a better option. Okay, so I'm looking at my computer here to see, wow, there's a whole bunch of comments here. Guys, if you have any questions, just let me know. There's a class going on at the back there. If you have any questions, just drop it below. I will. Hi, hello, hi Edwina, hi Florence, hi Kat Ong from Hong Kong, Sharon, Dinesh, Casey Wong. You're laughing because I know you're having it. Adrian, Nadia, Tina Tan. Yes, that's right. Rest in peace, 3-in-1. No more. Selena Reza's here. Laura. Julie, Ganga, Jai. That's right, great. So remember guys, there's always an option. And if you have any comments or questions or any feedback you need, or you've been drinking something and you're not sure if it's good or bad for you, post it in the comments below, tag me, let me know, and I'll get to it and I'll help you out, okay? I'm here to help you. And if you're wondering what I'm gonna do with this, it's no more. No more. Look, into the trash. And this, nobody's gonna eat this. Into the trash. Right where it belongs. All right, have a good day, guys.